So whatever. What do you want, Julia? Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon? You needn't have hurried back. Young Alfino has yet to put brush to canvas. That's how you know he's an artist. Cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. You had to get changed? Okay. I've put together an ensemble out of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me. The last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy. However am I to decide? I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly. No lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly... Well, I'd not... That is to say, as long as you... Just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we check out some jewelry next? I think Alfie's a dress-up doll now. Lady Shy has a very particular sense of beauty. And apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. But this obsession of hers works in our favor. The time I spent indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your explorations. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the layer below us and sniff about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Okay, cool. You go be thoroughly distracting, and I'll do stuff. How do I get down to the understory? Not that way. That goes up. That's the opposite of under. Oh, that seems... That big red arrow seems like it might be a hint. Oh look, stairs down. Ta-da! Where am I looking for down here? I have grabbed this one, right? So I think I've grabbed everything. No, not everything. Well, it's down from here, whatever I'm looking for. Right, use the big arrows to tell me things. Oh, were you the... Not in here. Hi. Looking for? Oh, probably that. You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat is... I can't sing anymore. Been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. my patron thinks of no use to him, then I need to sneak out to the derelicts and describe my condition to Thorich. Here's a list of symptoms, and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Well, that seems suboptimal. Okay, how do I get out of here? Happy birth. So does 21 really matter in Canada? I guess when you make US trips it does. Have fun drinking around the world. Okay, let's jump. Actually, no, that looks like where I want to go. Can't fly here. I've been there yet? Just remember, starting in Mexico is dangerous. Not saying don't do it, just that it's dangerous. Oh, I've been here. Okay. You need medicines, tonics, potions? Cure for an ailing voice, is it? No, no medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. It must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder? Or simply silence her chirps? Your face. You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest? Gone. Town of nightmares it is. Not for this ship's rat, oh no, no. I'm content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict, and I have my meal. Good day. Not good news for our little songbird. Did you get my medicine? So that's it? What am I to do if I can't sing? Oh, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Generous sir, have mercy. Hi, Medusa. That's an emote. Good lord. Twitch, what have you done? Done all I can, but even the apothecary said... So you've been suffering all this time? Sorry, my pet. I didn't realize your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you out into the street. Too kind, sir. What use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. And I shall have a word with Lord Valthree and arrange for your ascension. I don't know if that's something you want. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness, with will your song ring out clearly once again? Or mayhap you think it a step too far? You threatened to kill her. No, you would do that for me? It's not a present. Of course, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Ascension? Ah, yes, obviously a fruck. Clearly. Ah, you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As you know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them unto eternal paradise. It is through Lord Valthree that we learn this truth. It is through Lord Valthree's grace the free people of Yulmore are destined to embrace salvation. This Lord Valthree sounds like an interesting guy. We're blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment. Till at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patrons deem them worthy. Lord Valthree truly is a great man, isn't he? Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. Yeah, this Lord dude kinda sus. Can I meet him and smack him in his face yet? Cause like, that's what I want. I wanna meet Valthree. I wanna walk up and I wanna smack him in his face. No, I'm not allowed to go up there. No, that's down, that's down, that's down. We can't... Right, we can't jump up to the canopy. No, follow the arrows, dingus. No? Oh, that's the way down. No? Oh my god, where's the way out? Let me out! Yep. Let me out. Hey, Alfino, they killing people and calling it Ascension. It's good to see you back. You were taking so long, I began to worry something had happened. I began sketching an outline for the portrait, but... Nay, the eyes appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? Yeah, exactly. So, Lord Valthree boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folks have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? They die, Alfie. They die. Oh, hey, I leveled up. Take my eye off you for one moment and you're chattering away with that assistant of yours. I might assume the outline is done then? What in the blazes? I don't know, I think it looks pretty damn good. So unflattering. Explain yourself, Elfino. That's what your life looks like, dude. Where's your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility, and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Chai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal... Realistic? I don't want realism. I want perfection. A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement. Fetch a blank canvas and... Arg! I say, did that come from above? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale you make to quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent? How dreadful. And this man is to face sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the emergent, the level above us where Lord Vothri resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The crown lift will take you up there. You'd better not dawdle then. Let's go meet Vothri! Let me up. Joining the crowd up there. Let me up. Oh, that music's ominous.
That's him. That's Vothri.
When's the last time he moved, you think?
He's attended by sin-eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
That's the question, isn't it?
Mercy! Mercy! By the 12. Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vothri, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
I have some guesses.
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Europe is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society! To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that.
What's the issue? You already survived it once.
What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin-eaters are part of Yulmor's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked.
He demands a pounds of flesh.
Only unsatisfactory performance.
Tis true that Kaishir won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmor?
Yes, what aren't you getting about this, Alfie? This is capitalism. This is like capitalist heaven.
Dim, deluded child.
Buy your way through the gates of heaven.
Consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours. The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear.
You're fine, as long as you obey literally anything I tell you to do, including jumping out the window.
Can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin-eaters.
I can beat him up.
And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
People call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
An artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me. Of Yulmor. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
And I said no.
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could.
Damn.
Can you walk? I think so.
Did that little worm just insult me?
Oh, you did get there. Congrats.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! And tear out their hearts!
You don't say. Can I leave this place now? Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again. Oh, it's probably best we leave the island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Yomar. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Seenagers will find few allies in Kalusia. Really? Whatever gave you that idea? Could it be that their leader just has a bunch of angels petting a lion? I don't know. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Kaisha, I've done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risks inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Vothry wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? Certain we can find work for you there if you're willing. Nah, that would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well, but you must promise you'll be careful. The Ilmarans may yet become looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. You take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alfino. Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. Took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alfino. Now I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted to me. There was something about your work. It's as if you had caught the very essence of our love, rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching. I adored it. So you must come back with us and finish what you began. I'll speak with Lord Vothry and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. That's gonna be a no from me, dog. Sorry, Lady Chai, but there are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Buying more of them? Pray press me no further. We're leaving. Better not presume to take the garments you were so kind as to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy, I insist. And I shall make arrangements so you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return. I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, you shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade.